Cross and hope have many things to do with each other because they are the two sides of the same coin. Because God wanted to save us without avoiding pain, getting his hands dirty, going through the same bitter situations that we all have to face. He did it for love and for humanity, because by experiencing the same reality as us, he wanted to teach us by example with his life, with his death. Which means that God loved us so closely next to us, not from a throne, removed from our reality nor ignoring our sufferings. The purpose of Lent is to reach Easter, to meet the risen one, to live the experience of a new life, a new alliance, and to recognize that the last word is not death, but life. That is why the Christian faith is based on hope. Just as Adam and Eve stole the grace given by God in creation through Jesus Christ, friendship with God has returned to us at that time and now. There is much injustice in the world. We can ask ourselves why Jesus was judged, why was brought to court, what wrong did he do, how the evidence and insults were fabricated. We cannot understand the cruelty of the authorities of his time. They were blinded by the desire to maintain their power, even at the cost of injustice. Lies and hatred were everywhere. They were not capable of giving a response to the human being. There was no one who saw the goodness of the Son of God. At that moment, Jesus had experienced loneliness and abandonment, along with the apparent silence of God. An atmosphere of silence, loneliness, and darkness was created. It was impossible to understand that God the Father would allow his Son to experience human pain, to live and understand human misery, the fragility and vulnerability of man. The expectation of God's apparent silence led him to seek him. God also leaves us to learn to accept and direct our gaze towards him. Let us embrace our crosses. Let us discover the mystery of redemption hidden in the wood that saw the death of the man who changed history. Let us learn to internalize and understand how the pain and apparent defeat of Jesus Christ managed to return to humanity the green of hope. How God deceived Satan by giving up his only son for us to recover what we had lost at the beginning of creation. Friends, let's change our mentality and begin to live as true children of God. Let us be able to discover the hope that hides all the bitter moments that we have to experience day after day. Therefore, instead of crying and living aimlessly, let us faces lit up in gratitude to God for taking our miseries and turning them into mercy. Jesus invites you to go to him and calls you to place the hope of your heart in him. Therefore, go to the cross with hope. He promises that he will never disappoint you, not because he will give you what you want, but because he will give you what you need, because he has already given himself completely for you. He who gave himself on the cross to pay for our sins and loved us until the end will always be the rock in which we can trust. Only the Lord is the immovable rock. Circumstances cannot move him. They cannot change him. Everything around us may crumble, but the Lord, our rock, will not do so, so that you can be certain that with God we always win.